After not getting an invite for the U.S. military parade in Washington, the Pakistani Army Chief General Munir will finally get an audience with the American president. According to president's schedule, Trump will host Munir for a lunch at the White House today. The meeting comes amid ongoing conflict in West Asia between Iran and Israel. Pakistan shares a border with Iran and has expressed its support for the fellow Islamic Republic. Interestingly, Trump is meeting Munir, the army chief, instead of the democratically elected leaders of the country. It is rare, if not unprecedented, for the U.S. president to host a visiting foreign army chief. Pakistani military leaders like Ayub Khan, Zia-ul-Haq and Pervez Musharraf had met contemporary U.S. presidents in the past. But after assuming power for themselves, the gesture seems to imply that implicitly recognizes Munir as a de facto leader and decision maker in Pakistan. There is no official agenda for the meeting between Trump and Munir, but the Pakistani army chief could be warned against extending any practical support to Tehran during the ongoing conflict. The US could also be looking to secure Pakistan's support to isolated Iran in the international and specifically Islamic community. Pakistan has officially extended its support to Iran, with Foreign Minister Ishaq Dar making a statement of solidarity. Defense Minister Khawaja Asif has emphasized the need for Muslim nations to unite against what he termed Israeli aggression and called for an emergency meeting of the Organization of Islamic Cooperation. However, Asif has dismissed claims by an Iranian general, Mohsen Rezai, that Pakistan had promised nuclear retaliation against Israel if Iran were attacked with nuclear weapons, calling such claims fabricated and irresponsible. Predominantly Sunni Pakistan shares a more than 905-kilometer border with Iran, a country with majority of Shia Muslims. The relationship between the two neighbors has been complex. The most recent flare-up occurred in January 2024 when Iran launched missile strikes into Pakistan's Balochistan province, claiming to target the separatist group. Tehran has also unveiled plans to seal its border with Pakistan through a wall to prevent cross-border terror. Munir is in Pakistan as a guest of the CENTCOM Commander General Michael Kurila, but was not invited to attend the parade on the occasion of U.S. Army's 250th anniversary. Munir's visit to Washington has sparked protests from overseas Pakistanis. Demonstrators, including supporters of former Prime Minister Imran Khan, had gathered outside the hotel where he is staying. The issue of using US-made F-16 fighter jets by Pakistan during the recent conflict with India could also be raised during the meeting. It was reported that an F-16 jet was downed during the Indian strikes on Pakistan bases. However, Pakistan doesn't have a free hand to use F-16s. The United States has reportedly imposed strict restrictions on Pakistan's use of F-16 fighter jets to ensure they are utilized only for counter-terrorism and not deployed against India. Susan Teherani is our correspondent in the United States. She is now joining us live from New York. Good to see you, Susan. Has this meeting begun? What time is it? And what time is the Army Chief expected at the White House?
So the Army Chief was expected at the White House for lunch, according to the White House schedule, at 1 p.m. We don't know if it has started or not. As you mentioned, there is very little known about what's going to be discussed, how this meeting is going to take place, and what's on the agenda. We might get a better understanding afterwards, but nonetheless, this was planned since last night. It was on the president's agenda to have lunch. And also, again, as you mentioned, it's important to note because of that long border that Pakistan and Iran share, and there are elements that want to separate from the Islamic Republic, and a lot of them are based there in Balochistan, as you mentioned. Should anything happen in Iran, for example, with the government, it'll be very important to have control over that region, because that's where most of the separatist movements regarding Iran does take place.
Mm-hmm. Susan, there are some critics who say that Trump wants to use Munir as a mouthpiece for the United States in this ongoing war between Israel and Iran. Do we have any communications in that regard?
A mouthpiece, I'm sorry, a mouthpiece for the United States by Pakistan?
He wants to use Asim Munir to send a message from the United States to the region using Asim Munir as the voice for the United States.
Oh. It's very unlikely that of all the regional allies that the United States has and alliances that it has formed, notably in Arab states and its bases in those countries, that out of all those countries, he would pick Pakistan to send that message, considering Pakistan's thorny history with not only harboring terrorism, but also its isolation among the international community. It's not clear what a viable voice Pakistan would be in that regard. But it appears that the United States, if it wanted to send a message to regional countries, it might have better mediators than Pakistan. But let's see what comes out of this meeting.
Indeed, let's see what comes out of this meeting. Keep your eyes out. Susan Teherani live in New York. Thanks, Susan.
Thanks, Thanks.